Hey guys, it's Johnny Fuel, and today we are going to go to a pig roast. And this is Jenny, and Jenny's friend Matt, she knew in college, has a pig farm, and so he's a great person to have a pig roast. And it's Memorial Day, so we're going to head over there. I'm going to take the bike, so it's a beautiful day for it. And we're gonna drive separately, and I'm gonna take back roads, so we'll meet over there, and then do the thing and come back. All right, well, I'm off. I left a little earlier than Jenny because I need to get some gas, and my route's gonna be slower. So I'm just taking back roads. It won't be a ton slower though, but I gotta fill up. Well, for some reason my GPS route said there's a road closure, and it has me going on the interstate, and I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna take my chances and go back to my original route, because I think it'll find a way. And it's a warm one today. It's already 84 degrees, supposed to be up to 88 today. And I just have a t-shirt on, but you know, my jacket over that. Once I'm moving faster, I think it'll be fine. It's a little breezy today too. I bet you I'll be picking up some wind on part of the journey. Well, it's a beautiful view here. We got a lot of rain the last few days, so everything's bursting with green. Ooh-wee, it's windy. It's not a problem on the bike, but it's just noisy. You really hear the wind. You really hear the wind in the helmet. And I have earplugs in, but yeah, it is loud. And it is moving the bike around a little bit, but not bad. Oh. Whew. Well, I'm a ways south of Blanchardville, but I'm thirsty, so get a drink here. I'm getting near Darlington. This is beautiful country to drive around in. On these back roads, it's fantastic. And you can't tell from the video here, but this is a really steep part of the road. Oh, there's Yellowstone Lake State Park. Well, I'm almost there now. Matt's place is just ahead. Park over here by Mr. Sheep.
How's the food?
Good. Do I have food on my face?
No.
Good.
For once, you know.
Okay.
But we have that pulled pork sandwich.
Yep.
That was delicious.
Mhm.
And a bunch of other things on that treat table. Hey, you got mostly desserts. It's super windy. Might head out pretty soon to get ahead of any, maybe if a storm comes or something. Ooh, this wind is brutal, so I think I'm gonna head out. Get going here, and I'm not gonna beat the wind, but it'll allow me a little extra time in case I want to take it a little bit slow. So I'm gonna change some batteries here, and then get going. I'm heading back. It's still really windy, but we had a good time. We were at Matt's house. He's one of Jenny's oldest friends from college, and we missed the actual pig roast, but all the pork was there. Amazing, as well as a lot of other foods and desserts and beverages and everything. So it was fantastic. And I am letting Garmin plot me a route home using back roads. It might reverse the route I just took to get here, but I'm not sure. Could be a little different, probably a little different. But looks like I'm gonna go through Fayette. There's gonna definitely be some similarities. But when I was a kid, my father and I used to take our dirt bikes out here, and they had miles and miles and miles of off-road trail you could ride on with off-road bikes. And it was frankly the best area in Wisconsin that I know of that you could ride dirt bikes. Now it's closed to dirt bikes. It's only open to ATVs. But back when I was a kid, there were no ATVs. The three-wheelers were new, and they were becoming a thing. And then when the three-wheelers were, deemed unsafe and the manufacturer stopped making them, the four-wheelers kind of took over, and those clubs are huge. They have a lot of members and a lot of diversity in the club, so they have all the political power and have pretty much taken over the trail systems in Wisconsin, which is too bad, because now all that cool trail that we used to ride on is all closed to dirt bikes completely. And that's true for dual sport. All right, a little bit more on the off-road riding in Wisconsin and Wisconsin politics. So as I mentioned, when the ATV clubs got bigger and more powerful, they basically took over the off-road trail systems. And as I understand it, what they did was they went to farmers and landowners, and there were portions of these trail systems that would be on private land, and the landowners would give permission, and they would encourage the landowners to not give permission for anything but ATVs. And if it was convincing enough, the landowners went along with it. And you can't make the private landowners allow vehicles they don't want, so that's the end of it. But the question remains is, why would they do that? And I think what it comes down to is that motorcycles have a stigma to them. They, in the US anyway, ever since World War II and after World War II ended, there were the outlaw biker gangs that came up and would run around, and some of these people had trouble fitting in after the war ended, and anyway, they got to be a reputation. But more than anything else, Hollywood got a hold of that image and made a lot of movies about it and perpetuated this image of the outlaw biker gangs. Most of it's not really true. And we still live with that stigma today. So the ATV owners can tell landowners, you know, you don't want to let motorcycles on your land. They make too much noise. They tear up the land. They don't follow the rules. They don't stay on the trail. Their stuff is, you know, their bikes are a lot noisier. Well, none of that's true. Motorcycles are not noisier. They don't tear up the land more. In fact, they do less. There's no difference in behavior about, you know, sticking to trailheads and that sort of thing. So a lot of it just ended up being, you know, stigma and image and that sort of thing. And there was also a feeling that some of the ATV riders, it's kind of a jealousy thing that, you know, maybe they couldn't ride motorcycles and didn't have the balance or the coordination, and they just wanted to keep it all to themselves. And there's probably some truth to that. Maybe not entirely true, but that does seem to be what's happened. This is a pretty section. And there are other states, like Michigan in particular, where all the off-road trails are open to basically anything. Anything with an engine, 2-wheel, 3-wheel, whatever it might be, you can ride on it. And I think that's the way it should be. So we're hoping to very gradually change the image. Oh, another thing that has happened is there have occasionally been accidents. A motorcyclist, a kid or something crossing a street, you know, the trail crosses a road, and then they scoot across without looking and a car hits them, and, you know, maybe there's a injury or even a fatality and makes the news. And like a lot of things in society, there's a knee-jerk reaction to just ban it, you know, just outlaw it completely. And then it takes years and a lot of effort to get those rights back. And that's kind of lazy legislation, but it's driven by, you know, a sense of, you know, let's do something about it and public outcry and all this sort of thing. So human nature, I guess, but all that stuff, you know, we're fighting with, and it'd be nice to get some of this land back. Quick Trip, gotta love it. It's a Wisconsin tradition. And I'm starting to like Mount Horeb. I'm just about home. The temperature says 90 degrees. A little bit ago it said 91, so it got warmer than they thought. It was windy, but with the jacket on, that didn't really help much, but it was okay. Once you're moving, it's not so bad. It's survivable. I have a trip coming up this summer that's going to involve some pretty warm. It'll be August, and August temperatures, I don't know, it's going to be hot wearing this jacket, but now I'm just hanging in my relaxation spot here in my garage. It's warm, but it's a breezy day, and so it doesn't feel so bad just sitting here.